Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we'll be looking at how to trade the market structure in forex. Okay, market structure made easy. Are you with me? So now, without wasting time, let's dive in. What we are going to cover in this video session is simply what is market structure, types of market structure, types of market phase, fractals in the market structure break, major and minor break of structure, how to identify and trade market structure in forex. Okay, now market structure is simply a pattern or patterns of movement in the forex market. Okay, as the market moves, it leaves behind some pattern that we follow in order to trade it successfully, and those patterns are called structure. Okay, now before we can have a grip on what structure is, the market moves in different phases. Okay, the first phase we are going to look at here is what? Accumulation phase. This is a period of consolidation where the market moves sideways. And what does the accumulation do? It manipulates the low and then break of structure to the upside. Once it leaves the accumulation phase, the next phase there is called the markup phase. Okay, the markup phase. After the markup phase, we have a distribution phase. Distribution is also a consolidation or a sideways movement of the market. And what does it do? It manipulates the highs and break structure to the downside. Okay, now in between the markup and the markdown, there are series of redistribution and series of what? Reaccumulation. A redistribution is simply occurs after a break of structure to the downside, where the market can decide to redistribute, okay, in order to push the price downward again. This redistribution is simply a continuation move. Okay, if you understand supply and demand, you notice that this is simply a drop-based drop formation. Are you with me? A drop-based drop formation. If you don't understand supply and demand, I did a video sometime back. You can check in the description or the link above here. You can go there and watch the video so that you understand what I mean by drop-based drop. However, then after the distribution, redistribution, we also have a what? A markdown to push price down further. Now, during an upward move or a markup phase, the market can decide to reaccumulate. When it moves out of this accumulation phase, okay, it can decide to redistribute to push the price upward, which is a continuation that the trend will be moving what? Up. A reaccumulation to take the price up. So those are the key phases that you need to understand: the accumulation phase, the markup phase, the distribution phase, the markdown phase, the redistribution, and reaccumulation. Okay, and you can see that when you're looking at it, you can understand the structure that the market is trying to take just by looking at this textbook formation. Okay, now let's go back to our market structure. Now there are different types of market structure. Okay, I divided them into three. The first one is the bullish market. The bullish market, this is a situation whereby the market makes series of what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This, for example, is an example of what? A bullish market. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. What is considered a higher high is simply price breaking or closing above the previous high. When it closes above the previous high, we have ourselves a higher high. Okay, then a retracement down, which is also called a correction. The move up is called an impulse move. The move down here is called a correction in a bullish market. Now the impulse move usually breaks structure, okay, breaks the previous high, okay, while the correction just retrace to a point of interest where we can decide to take the trade upward. Okay, now this next impulse also breaks the previous high, and so we can see that we have a valid bullish structure. A valid bullish structure. Same goes with a bearish structure. Now the second type of market structure is the bearish market structure. bearish market structure, where the market makes series of what? Lower low and lower high, lower low, lower high, a lower low, a lower high. Okay, and what is considered a lower low is when the market breaks the previous lower low with an impulse move. This move from here to here is an impulse move, and the retracement up is called the correction. Okay, let's take a look at a diagram, a chart, to explain further. Now this is a monthly chart of Euro USD, and you can see from here we have the low starting from this place, a higher high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high. There are multiple. We are not going to annotate all of these high and lows, okay, just the key ones: low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Why is it an higher high? It closes above the previous higher high. A lower low, another impulse upward, higher high, higher low, then a higher high. Okay, same thing happens with in a bearish market. Now from here down here we have a bearish market. So this is the high, this is the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, simple. Okay, now once you identify the direction of the market, bullish or bearish, the last one is the consolidated market, a market that moves in consolidation. Okay, for example, it's not going high, it's not going low, it's just moving sideways. This is an example of what? A sideways moving what? Market. Okay, where it just move in range, within a particular range. The market move within a particular range. The top here and then the bottom here. This is just a textbook example. Okay, in real life you can have chops up and down, okay, taking the liquidity up. This is another topic for another day. Okay, but as a retail trader, we were taught to always buy at support, sell at resistance, which is not a good style of trading. Okay, we have a better way, which is called the smart money concept. Okay, we believe that liquidity is where the price is moving to in order to take the liquidity. I'll do a separate video on liquidity so that you have an understanding on what I am saying right now. So these are the three different types of market structure. We have the sideways move, we have the upward or uptrend, and we have the downtrend. Okay, now let's go into fractals. Fractal is simply a repetitive pattern that happens within the market. Now, to understand it better, we have to look at fractal in multiple time frame. Okay, let's assume this red line is the daily time frame. Okay, a move, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, correction, and then an impulse. In the 15 minutes, okay, in the 15 minutes, this blue line represents 15 minutes. You can see that there was series of higher high, higher low, higher high within the impulse of the daily. This is the fractal nature of the market. Now, if you go to a lower time frame, aside from the 15 minutes, you also see a pattern plays out there. Okay, we also have series of higher highs, higher lows within the 15-minute time frame, and so on. And this situation goes on and on like that. Okay, I'm not going to mess up the chart here, but you understand what I mean. The impulse leg in the 15 minutes is also a series of higher low and higher high in a 3-minute time frame, for example, or a 1-minute time frame. So when trading market structure, you have to understand the time frame. The multiple time frame will help you, and multi time frame analysis will help you to have a better understanding. And I've done a video on that. You can see the link in the description, or you see it up here on YouTube. Here you can see it here. Okay, so fractal of the market is all about the repetitive pattern. What you see on the higher time frame, you also see it on the lower time frame. You also see it on the next one is to look at the market structure break, and which is a very important aspect of our journey as a forex trader. If you understand market structure break, that is a valid break of market structure, then you stack the odds in your favor. Okay, what is considered a break of market structure? What is considered a break of market structure? You see, the way I see it is a close above the previous high, the previous higher high, a close above the previous higher high of an upward trend. Okay, if price move this way, this is not yet a market break of structure. Okay, because price has not moved above this. Okay, price has not moved above this, so I do not consider this a bullish trend. Okay, I do not consider this. I will have to wait for price to move above this line here, the previous higher high, and not just with the wick, but a close. If I'm trading in the daily time frame, I want to see a daily close above this. If I'm trading in the 4-hour time frame, I want to see a 4-hour close above this line. The closing price should be above. That is considered a valid break of structure. You don't have to confuse yourself and say, oh, let me see what is happening in a higher time frame to see if it's truly a break of structure. No, who taught you that? You don't need to look for validation anywhere on the higher time frame. All you need to do with the higher time frame is to look at the direction, because if the market is decide to retrace or to continue in that pattern, it starts from the lower time frame break of structure. Okay, now if you look at this structure, now if I'm in the daily, I'm looking at the daily time frame, which is this red line, and in the 15-minute there's a break of structure here. You can see that there's a break of structure, but does that mean that we are going bearish? No, it's simply a retracement in the daily. Okay, it's simply a retracement, but that does not mean you don't have a break of structure in 15 minutes. You have, but it's not strong enough to push the price below the daily point of interest. Okay, but if there was going to be a reversal, this break might continue and then move downward. But what I'm saying is that for a valid break in any time frame, you look at that time frame, a close above the previous high or low, a close above the previous high or a close below a previous high is considered a break of market structure. So let me go back to this. Now if you look at this chart here, there has been a series of higher high and higher low here until we get here. You can see at this point here, this is a monthly time frame. Okay, what is considered a break of structure is when there is a monthly close below this last lower low. Okay, below this last lower low, I can start looking at a shift in the market structure, because the candle that pushed through to break this closes below. If this candle went down and then closed above, I won't consider that a break yet. You understand? I will not consider that as a break of structure until the market closes below that. Then I can consider that as a break. And you can see the price went up, then further broke structure here. Why I did not put any annotation here? This is not the lower low because it has not broken the last low here. This low has not been broken in this first instance here. This low was not broken, so I did not give it any. This is not the lower low. This is still my lower low. This is the valid lower low. Until price breaks below this, then I'll look for the next value. Okay, that breaks the low is what I'll be interested in, not this high. This is the high that broke this low. So this is a lower low. Then you can see that there's a close there's a close below this line. So that means we have our our bearish break of structure. Same thing happens here. A close above here, we have a bullish break. Then we have move to the upside. This is a higher high. This is a higher low. Just I don't want to annotate every point on the chart. It will look so messy. Okay, higher high, higher low. Okay, now from the market perspective, when you see a break of market structure, how do you trade it? How do you trade a break of market structure? Okay, now there's what they call a minor break and a major break of structure. Now, by a minor break of structure, looking at this here now, in the 15 minutes, there was a break below here, but was this a major break? It's not a major break. Okay, the major break should be a break in the higher time frame. That's the low that start the impulse. The low that start the impulse. Even within the higher time frame. Let's go back here. You see, from here now, all this break of structure here. The last bullish move here was this leg here. Let me use an arrow. The last bullish move was from here to this place. Okay, this is the last bullish move. Now, all what we are having right here are simply minor break of structures. Okay, minor break within this monthly time frame, because it has not broken the main impulse leg. The main impulse leg hasn't been broken. This is the main impulse leg that led to this. This is the last low that led to this high. Now, market has been doing a minor break within. Okay, as it stands here, the market is still bullish. Okay, the market is still bullish until this low is taken out. Let me change this color to maybe this. Until this low is taken out, the market can still move upward. Okay, what will confirm our bearish trend now is a break below this last leg up, which is called the major break of structure. This is the major break of structure. Okay, all these are minor break, internal break of structures. Okay, all these are minor break of structure until this impulse leg is taken. When this impulse leg is taken, then I can now switch my bias at a higher probability that the market will be going down. Okay, likewise, the last leg that created this low was this. So on the monthly time frame, until price break above this, we don't have a major break of structure. All we have is what? A minor break within this monthly. Don't get me wrong, within this monthly, these are still minor break, because price can still go down, might not break this and then move down. A major break confirms that the price, the trend has changed. Okay, just let us put that way. The major break of structure confirms the change in trend. Okay, why a minor break is simply an internal break within the time frame, or in the case where you are comparing 3 different time frame. Okay, now let's go to the daily here. Let me explain more what I'm trying to say, because currently the Euro USD, most analysts, we are expecting a reversal in the Euro USD. Okay, now at what price am I going to look at a change in market structure? Okay, at what price will I look at the change? Now on the daily time frame in Euro USD, the last high that takes price down here, the last impulse was from here to here. Okay, now if you look at the 4 hours, you can see that we have a change in trend from here, because after a series of lower low and lower high, what happened to price? There was a break of structure here. Okay, we have a break of structure here, which shows a shift in the trend. Okay, is this a major break? No. If I'm trading from the daily, hourly, and then 4 hour, because the daily time frame, which is my higher time frame, has not been, the trend is still bearish until key structure is broken. I won't consider this as a major break of structure. Okay, but that doesn't mean I cannot trade in this direction until we move and eventually breaks the daily structure, because market moves in what? In fractal. Before any trend starts, it starts from the lower time frame. Take note, the trend starts from the lower time frame and then moves into the higher time frame. If you look at the 1 hour as well, you can see that there have been series of what? Break in market structure. Okay, from here, this is the last high that has been broken. This is multiple break of structure here, multiple break of structure in the hourly. Okay, so that is how to understand a minor break or a major break of market structure. A minor break or a major break. So how do we trade market structure? How do we trade it? How do we trade market structure? Okay, so now let me give you a logic how I trade the market structure. When you have a series of higher high, for example, and there is a break of structure here, there's a break of structure, let's call this red, there's a break of structure here. Okay, I will look at the range that leads to the break. Okay, the range here is simply the low, we have a low here, and we also have what? Yeah, a low and a high. This is the range I'll be dealing with. Whenever there's a break of structure, look at the impulse leg that broke that market structure. Okay, that's the first step you need to do. The second step is to pull out your Fibonacci and measure it. Okay, I want to introduce you to a concept of premium and discount. Okay, premium and discount. This is the 50% level, so that's where I'll be drawing my red line. Okay, that's where I'll be drawing my red line. This is 50% level. This is a break of structure. As long as price is above here, you don't need to FOMO into the market. Okay, price will have to come down. We have to come down before moving up. Anything above the red line here for a bullish market is considered premium price, and we are not going to buy at the premium price. Anything below the 50% is called the discount price. If you are to buy, we are looking at buying at what? Discount. So a good place to buy from is when price move below the 50% line. Okay, into any of this region here. Okay, we can decide to buy, then move price upward. Okay, we can decide to buy. We are buying into, most times you look for point of interest on the left hand side here, where we are going to execute the trade and then move price upward. So you don't have to buy at premium. No, don't buy at premium. Wait for, be patient. What up, market can actually come down here, then move. There's no problem. But to be safe, or to put the odds in your favor, you have to wait for price to go below the premium price, below the equal, that's the 50% level, before you can look forward, buy signal. This video is not about showing you exactly how to buy using a break of market structure strategy, but a kind of methodology you have to follow. The first step is to look for the range. Look for the range. The second step is pull up your Fibonacci. Number one is identify the range. Okay. Number two is to plot your plot the fib, and mark out the 50% level. The 50% level. Okay. Number three, buy when price trades below the 50% level. 50% level. Okay. Most times we wait for price to trade into our point of interest. Okay, into a point of interest. Now let's go to a chart and see what we are talking about here. Now on the 1 hour, I remember a trade I took here. On the 1 hour, you can see that when price move and broke structure here, we have our point of interest somewhere here. Point of interest here. This is a hourly IPA. Okay. Now the last range that broke the structure is what? Is from here to this place. From here to here. You can see this is the 50% level. The 50% level is here. And we are not interested in buying anything above here. We are not interested in buying here. Instead, we wait for price to come in here below this 50% and then moves. First of all, it trades into this hidden base. This is the point of interest, the first point of interest, to this hidden base. Then move price upward. Then price went down to take out this liquidity. Okay, tap into another form of what IPA candle then before moving price upward. Okay, so we have to wait. You don't have to buy up here. You don't have to buy up here. Wait for it to cross the 50%. Then you try to take a buy. Okay, that's the simple strategy I will have to show you in this video. Every other strategy will make this video longer than usual, but without longer than usual. But I will do my best to also post regularly the different strategies that I use in my day-to-day forex journey. And if you have any idea, comment, any thoughts that you feel I should discuss on, feel free to type it in the comment section. I will do my best to do that. All right, have a lovely day.